All right, so now we're starting to look at compound inequality. So I have my compound inequality up here. Whenever I see this, I do want to separate it. So I'm going to separate this into this inequality. I'll try to write it over here in a different color. And then I have this inequality. And separating just helps me to keep them straight, make sure I don't miss anything. So that's my first step. However, I do want to make sure that at the end I remember to put them back together in a compound inequality. So from here we can solve. So we can go along and do that. And then going along here, it looks like pretty nice numbers. So for this side, I'm going to get -1 is less than m. And then I want to keep in mind this is an and problem because I started with a compound inequality. So now I'm going to do the same thing here. Make sure you always show all your steps in case you make a silly mistake, then I can see where you went wrong. And I'll get 1m is less than or equal to 3. You want to leave these two here, but you need to put them together back in a compound inequality or to write the and symbol. If you were to leave it like this, you would miss that point for not telling me if it's and or. So now I'm going to go put it back into a compound inequality. I always think about going in number order. So -1 over here is less than m, and m is less than or equal to 3. Like, remember, this is my and which problem, so I know I'm going to be shading in between these two numbers. So I've got -1, which will be an open circle, and then 3, which will be a closed circle, and I'm going to shade in between. And it should look like that.